For guests and visitors, my name is Steve Perley, Club President. I'd like to welcome you all to the 37th meeting of the 48th year of the Dublin-Worthington Rotary Club. Today's invocation and pledge of allegiance will be offered by Mr. George Norris. Yeah, maybe? What do you think, George?
Ready.
Okay, great.
Okay, we'll do it from there. Dear Lord, thank you so much for your presence in my life. Thank you for our Rotary Club, all the good things that you do. Lord, help us and guide us in doing your will. I ask in Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Thank you, George. President-elect Teresa, we have a ton of visitors and guests. If you would please introduce all of the above.
I think I'm only on a couple of guests.
Okay.
Darnell,
Yeah,
are you covering your guest?
Yes.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Teresa Russell, and I want to provide a special welcome to a Rotarian from all the way across the world. Lindsay Wilson is with us from Australia. Oh, one clap. Okay. And his guest, Dara Stone, is also with us. Her brother lives around the corner, and they thought that this would be a great place to have lunch today. Welcome. And you're from the South Wagga Wagga Club. Very good. Thanks for being here.
All right, fantastic. I think we'll move right into our special presentation. Darnell, if you'd like to come on up.
I've been a member of the club since 1999, and in those years that we've done it, it's just always amazed me of the quality of students that we have in our system. And this year was the same. They're just outstanding young people. And what I would like to do is just sort of give you the order of our presentation. What I'm going to do is call up the students one at a time. One of them is going to volunteer to be first. And then they're going to introduce themselves, the parent, and then they'll have a seat over here on the side. And then once they're all seated, we have just a few minutes for a few questions, and then we'll make the presentation. So with that, who's first? All right, Aiden.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aiden Everhart, and I'm a senior at Dublin-Durham High School. And I'm here today with my mother, Robin, and my father, Al, right there, sitting up in the front. And I want to thank each and every one here and the whole Rotarian club here for selecting me for this scholarship. It's truly a huge help towards my college education, and I really appreciate it. In the fall, I'll be attending the Ohio State University. I'll be majoring in accounting, and I chose OSU because I've been a lifelong Buckeye fan, and my brothers and sisters went there, and I want to continue the legacy and stay in the Columbus area. A little bit about myself is that I'm a volleyball player, and I've been a Boy Scout for the last 10 years. And last fall, I achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. And to become an Eagle, I had the opportunity to lead and conduct my Eagle project, where I constructed and designed 3 wooden play kitchens for local kindergarten students at 3 different schools. And this was definitely my favorite service project that I have done, because it gave me the chance to lead others and give back to the community where I grew up. And this project taught me many valuable skills that I'll use throughout the rest of my life. In addition, this project has enlightened me to continue service and fulfill the Rotarian motto, service above self, and to continue serving the community. And so once again, I cannot thank you guys enough for the scholarship and inviting me to this lunch, this meeting. Thank you. Have a great day.
Ladies. Pull down the mic and go ahead.
There we go. Hi, my name is Haley Marks. I'm a senior at Dublin-Cider High School, and I will be attending the Ohio State University in the fall. I came with my mom, Lisa, and my dad, David. I will be studying environmental science and engineering, and I chose OSU because it felt like home. I was able to tour a bunch of universities out of state, in state, and OSU just really, it felt like I should go there in the fall. So, and I've been a Buckeye fan since I was young, so there's always that. I would say my favorite service project would be when I volunteered for a little kids volleyball camp in the summer through my school. It really just, it felt like I was impacting someone's life directly, and it made me realize that's what I want to do in my future. I want to be able to impact our environment or our community in some way. And yeah, so I really like helping the little kids too. So yeah, a little bit about me is I played volleyball for like 12 years. I love sports. I've also played basketball and lacrosse. I work 2 jobs right now to try to save up for college. And I love hanging out with my family. And I really want to thank the Rotary Club for this honor of being selected. I really appreciate it.
You know, I forgot we have one person missing. So what I'll do is I'll try to videotape her, and then maybe we'll show that at another club meeting. So at this time, our president, Steve, said that we're allowed to ask questions. Okay, members, don't make them too tough, but let's ask questions of our students. Are there any questions? This may be easy.
So I have a question. To do any extracurricular clubs in college? Do you not know that?
Yeah, I don't want to support. I know there's actually it's like I'm going to do with a service academic ones, but I'm not looking at the specifics on each of the clubs that I'm looking at.
And where are you living, the freshman year?
I'll live in
Are you starting?
I do not know yet. It's like filled out actually yesterday. Okay. So I'm living in a quad.
You hope South Campus.
Yeah.
Right.
I would do the same. I my research on the clubs first, but I definitely want to join a decent amount, just like the fun ones and the serious ones with service. I also want to do an intramural sports. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I'll only take 5 minutes, but and not.
Can you tell us a little bit about what maybe some of your very favorite classes were in high school, and maybe something you wish you could have taken and wasn't offered? If that makes sense. Let's start with what your favorite lessons.
Currently in my school, there's we have a 4th high school that's just for like, I guess, academies and stuff that you do in like college or for like when you get older and all that. And I'm like an entrepreneur and business one where I get to like create different like businesses and meet with other people. And I had a presentation. It's almost like a Shark Tank kind of thing. Where I kind of do a pitch with people. That was really fun, really interactive with people. And then I wish I had done more like computer science classes because I did one earlier in my year, but I think it's done more meaningful than forward.
What was your pitch? What was your business that I did?
Yeah, I'd be like a little logistics like shipping company or just literally like local businesses. I went pretty well. Yeah. They had like money where they invest people kind of like that. They had a couple investments.
I would say some of my favorite classes are my math classes. I'm a huge math nerd. Honors pre-calc, college algebra. I loved my AP environmental science class. That really made me realize what I wanted to do in the future. I wish, speaking of the same high school, I kind of wish I was more involved in like the programs that they offer, just kind of do my more research and see if they offered anything that I would want to further in my life. So.
Great, thank you. I may have missed, did you say what you were going to take in college? And for both of you, where would you like to be in 10 years? And will that be supported by your college education?
I'll be studying environmental science and engineering. Okay. In 10 years, that's a little tricky. I'm actually in a program right now that'll help me search for careers that just open my eyes towards a bunch of careers that I don't even know about right now. And that meeting is actually this Sunday, so I'm really excited to see, because I did a bunch of research about what I'm into and my interests and what I'm good at and stuff, and so they'll link me to careers that I'll be successful in, and I'm really excited to see that.
That's probably careers that don't exist today. 10 years from now.
Right.
Like I said, I'm good at accounting. So I definitely in the future want to maybe start my own business, do more a lot of entrepreneurship like that. Endeavors, really.
In addition to accounting and math and volleyball,
Yeah.
what else are you guys good at?
Well, I started a charity about a year ago. A few friends of mine, we make like basketball tournaments and sporting events and races for like medical research, and that's been a really cool event to do. And we're actually on like a 5K coming up, and it's a lot of fun to come and start these things with my friends.
Oh, okay. I'm really active. I love working out, riding my bike, walking, hiking, being outside. I love doing things with my hands. Like my dad's a landscaper. I'll go to his work and I'll play with the flowers. I love animals, walking my dog. That's stuff like that.
And that's in between you two, John. The other question. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up and then, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to wrap it up and then we would like to get photo takes before you go. And we're going to do it in the back. And our photographer, John, will come back there. And then at any time, like during our meeting, you may leave. You may leave right after the photos or after you finish eating, or you can stay. You're more than welcome to stay. But I just wanted to wrap it up because, yeah, I just had a few words to say, and I usually don't talk that much during these presentations, but I just felt I should. I know that in the past few years, there have been a lot of challenges. You have had to deal with global pandemic, social isolation, and the disrupted education. But through it all, you have persevered. You have shown resilience, determination, and a willingness to adapt. The pandemic taught us all many things. It taught you the importance of flexibility, adaptability, and resilience. It also taught you the importance of community, connection, and empathy. These are all valuable lessons that will serve you well in the future. In college, you will need to be flexible and adaptable as you navigate a new environment, and meet new friends. In your career, you would need to be resilient in the face of setbacks and many, many challenges. And as good people, you will need to be compassionate and empathetic to those around you. The pandemic has also made us more aware of the world around us. You have seen the effects of inequality, poverty, and injustice. You have also seen the power of community and the difference of working together to make a difference. These are important lessons that will serve well for the rest of your life. They will inspire you to be active citizens and make the world a better place. I am so proud of what you both have accomplished. You are our future. And I know that you would do great things. Congratulations. With that, we'll make the presentation in the back.
Oh, you can just do it right. If you can just, I just didn't want to feel a lot of pressure.
Okay.
Taking these pictures.
All right.
Here's good.
You want me in?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right over here in the front sign. And that's right. Both of you get in together. There's me four in this picture, right?
Oh.
There's how you can get in between. That's good. Okay. Closer. And there are 1, 2, 3. Good for me. Good.
I can't say that. Let's get it to another round.
All righty. I think we're ready for announcements. If you have announcements, please make your way this way. We got Wynn, Mike Moulton, Jim Miller. Yeah, okay. While they're making their way up here, I'll just remind everybody that on May 22nd, that's this coming Monday, we have our companion club meeting from 5 o'clock to 5:45 p.m. on Zoom. I will send out another email to our club members, and you can forward it on to anybody that you think has a heart of service that would be interested in that club. So keep an eye out for that. And Wynn.
Okay, I'm talking about the NGSC trip to Romania. We're still looking for travelers of a non-Rotarian basis, age 25 to 45. They've been in a job for 2 years. We'd like to invite them at our expense to take a 2-week trip to Romania and explore that country vocationally, socially, etc. And what I'm asking for you guys is, can you identify somebody in the community of Worthington or Dublin that might be a candidate for us to consider in sending the team in September to Romania? If so, please get in contact with me or Steve, and we'll start the process of seeing how their talents might be fulfilled in this fantastic trip, including Dracula's castle.
25 plus, right?
Again, a reminder, this is the last week. Next week, we will be doing, that's right.
Yeah, close enough.
Next week, we'll not only be doing the drawing, but we'll have a club assembly. If you're having any trouble getting on the site to fill in names, just let me know. If you are purchasing all of the sponsorship tickets yourself, you do not have to get on the site. We will just assume that you took all 5 tickets. But if you have any difficulties, just give me a call or send me an email. It will get locked down on the Tuesday. And so please do put your name in if you sold any, got someone else especially. Thank you.
Mr. Moulton.
All right. Last announcement for our golf outing, the 32nd annual Dublin Worthington Rotary Donald Moulton Memorial Golf Outing will be held a week from Friday. Right now, we have a full field. We have 24 golfers signed up. So this year, our outing is the memorial honoree is Frank White. For those of you know, Frank was an outstanding member of our club for a long time. So hopefully I'll see everybody there, and I think everybody's got their cheat sheet. So wonderful. Have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah.
I just want to thank everyone who helped pack buddy boxes at Family Mentor Foundation 2 weeks ago. We had a really good time. A few of us went out to dinner afterwards. We have another event planned for August 24th to pack buddy boxes. We'll get the information out, and we will make sure it's a little more social and add where we're going out to dinner afterwards, because that makes it just a lot more fun to have it a little social. I also want to, while Jim Allen is here, take the chance to congratulate Ursula Allen. She was named the Volunteer of the Year at Slate Hill Elementary. As a lot of you know, we have a connection with Slate Hill. And Ursula was their favorite volunteer of the year. They recognized volunteers at the Lions Club meeting 2 years ago, but it's very exciting that Ursula has just like dived right into that school and made an impact.
Welcome, Mohammed from Marietta, another Rotarian. Welcome.
Oh, we have Tuyana here as well, right? She snuck in. Welcome, Tuyana. Former club member, hopefully new club member, but we'll talk about that. Good to see you again. All right. Yes, as Jim Miller alluded to, we do have a club assembly next Wednesday, so please make sure you're here. I will be sending some questions to think about for that conversation later this week. Should be a good meeting. And did anybody mention the rah-rah coming up on May 31st? I don't think I heard it yet, but it will be at Court Chapman's house, 6 to 8 p.m. I've heard he's got some interesting things planned. Should be a great time. I believe the address will go out in an email. I'm sure it'll go out in the newsletter for sure. If you have any questions, please see Christy Brucky or Court. Finally, if you have any news that you want to share with the rest of the club or social media, please send it to PR@DublinWorthingtonRotary.org, and we'll make sure it gets disseminated. Okay, Mr. Katz, are you ready?
Ready.
We have a digital sergeant today, so Jerry is going to find us from across the city. Have at it, Jerry.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I see on the left, there's a table clear at the end, and I can't see who's sitting there. But somebody from that table get up and carry the pot.
Yeah, I think that's Connie's table.
I don't care whose table it is.
Jim's on his way. It's up here, Jim.
Okay. The rest of the people at that table could put in $1 for not sitting up close. There are seats up front, folks. Okay, looking for happy dollars.
Emily.
Nobody's happy?
Emily's got one. Who else? Yeah.
We're happy to be here. This is Lindsay's first American Rotary meeting.
Welcome. We're so glad you could join us. Trying to help you out, Jerry.
Thank you. I need a lot of help.
Today is my son's last final for his 3-year journey through seminary and graduation next week. Oh.
Do we have any other happy dollars? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just happy to spend time with my son and meeting all of you here, and very appreciative of all of this. So, yeah, we have some for the.
Nope. Darnell.
Now, I would be happy to give $10 and then you would come stand up and tell us a little bit about his Rotary Club Southwest.
There you go.
Are you going to do it?
Along the Rotary Club of South Walker, which is in southern New South Wales in Australia. We have 25 members. Thank you. We have about 25, 26 members. There are 5 Rotary clubs in Wagga. Wagga's a population of about 60,000 people. We did have 6 that one folded last year. We have 1 Rotary club as well, which is going quite well. We meet twice a month now. We've just changed from meeting every Monday night till only meeting the first and third Mondays. Our biggest fundraiser is Golf Day, which we raise quite a bit of money through. We have 18-hole competition on the day, and people sponsor holes, and with entries we do quite well. It's starting to become a little bit more work to do with membership going down. I've been in the club about 12 years. I served as secretary for 3 years, treasurer as 5 years, and I was president last year. Any other questions? Yes.
How far is Melbourne from you guys?
About a 4.5 hour drive. About the simplest distance to Sydney. So we're in what we call the Riverina. We're about an hour 20 drive from the border of Victoria. And it's a town that has a large rural aspect, as well as we have 2 defence bases outside of Wagga. One's the Army, where they do the recruit training, and the other one's the Air Force base, where they train the Air Force people and Navy. So we have and apart from that, we have a large university as well. So that keeps the town fairly stable. It's expanding quite a bit at the moment, so it's a very nice place to live in.
So if you hold the mic, can you tell the story about how you did the raffle?
Okay. At our meeting, we don't have tickets for a raffle. We play heads and tails. So everyone stands up and they select either 2 heads, 2 tails, or 1 of each. We have 2 coins that we flip. Mind you, 2 up. And whatever they come down at, if it comes down 2 heads, people with 2 heads stay standing. The rest sit down, and that goes on until we have 1 winner. It saves a lot of trouble handing out tickets. It gets people up, and it's fun. It does work very well. We've been doing that for quite a few years. We used to hand out tickets. And I thought that was very cumbersome. You have to remember a ticket book and all sorts of things. So, this is a lot more fun and it's,
Does everybody have to participate?
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Is that a competition that doesn't participate? That's me, because I'll flip the coin. And the prize is a bottle of wine. But yeah, it is very successful. So, any other questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Jerry, I almost forgot. Uh-oh. Running out of juice. I almost forgot we were doing the sergeant. But it's fine because I don't think our speakers made it just yet. So, Jerry, I'll turn it over to you again.
I'll take care of that in just a minute. Normally I don't do these terrible dad jokes until the end, but in case the scholarship winner that's going to major in accounting has to leave, I thought I would just give you this one midstream. And of course it is. The difference between a numerator and a denominator is a short line. Only a fraction of people will understand this. I know that at least one student got that.
We're all groaning, Jerry.
All right. So Darnell is on my list because first of all, he gave $10, but that was self-imposed. That doesn't count towards your $3. And for a minute there, I thought Darnell was giving the commencement speech. So you're going to have to put in $1 for that. Now, today happens to be World Stationery Day. World Stationery Day. So if you've ever touched a piece of paper, put in $1. It's also National Walnut Day. National Walnut Day. If you've ever met a nut, put in $1. And for you golfers out there, this is golf month. So if you've ever been teed off, put in $1. It's also World Telecommunications Day. Now, you know what I was going to say, right? World Telecommunications Day. But I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say that is, if you know anybody with a cell phone, put in $1. Can you tell that I'm sick? I actually have walking pneumonia. So I didn't come to contaminate the rest of you. But this morning I was reading that a Vicks Vaporub truck overturned on the highway. Amazingly, there was no congestion for 8 hours. I'm finished.
Thank you, Jerry. That was great. All right. Yes. Oh, perfect. I said you would come right up, so please come right up. Welcome.
Had a seat.
Yeah. We're going to take like a 3-minute intermission so I can get Addie set up. So talk amongst yourselves and I'll bring you back in.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
On there.
Yeah, that's okay. You sent it to me?
Send it to your email, yes.
Steve at Next Level Tech? Okay.
You are?
Yeah. Still here.
Yeah. So. Yes.
You're right. Yeah, it's not, yeah.
So I need to go to my quick code.
Right.
Congratulations.
Rotary International. Not better.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to set up.
She's actually having fun. See that? Yeah. He's actually gonna be.
I can just copy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Thank you so much.
Graduation day. I think so. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I read it as in the like description. It says like in numbers. So when I was scanning it this morning, I saw.
Everybody, let's go ahead and get re-engaged here. We're going to move quick. So, Jen, if you would introduce our speaker, please.
Yes, it's my pleasure today to introduce Adelina Cini. She's an archaeologist, a marine geoscientist, and a world traveler who is passionate about how environments can improve the quality of life. After completing her studies in archaeology and film at the University of Rome in Italy, Adelina went on to explore marine geosciences in Israel. She's been involved in various research projects, excavated at the Colosseum, and helped shoot documentaries with 22-time Emmy Award-winning documentarian Nick Nanton. She's been part of a mosaic design studio, her mother, Lisa M. Cini's interior design firm, specializing in senior living and Alzheimer's and dementia care since she was 8 years old. Her experiences growing up in a home with 4 generations were documented in her mother's book, Hive, The Simple Guide to Multi-Generational Living and Alzheimer's. She is now the director of the Warner House, a part of the Infinite Living Collaboration, which is an aging in place technology showcase. Through her work, she is striving to create a better tomorrow for seniors, people with disabilities, and their families. And we are pleased to have her here today to explain to us how and why she gave up 3 or 4 promising careers from the most interesting parts of the world to come to Ohio to take care of old people.
You want to do the video?
Yeah, we can do the video. Okay.
Our independence and freedom is paramount to how we feel living should be done.
We need to take care of the seniors. We need to take care of the people that took care of us as we were growing up.
So this is the Manor House. I'd love to show you around.
All of the technology that Lisa uncovers is solely to help people function.
The technology is so smart, it still enables you to live without fear.
And if somebody falls, then we can have it have a trigger.
This isn't just about healthcare, this is about soul care.
I don't care if you're 16 years old or 80 years old, we need a purpose.
I think one of the biggest challenges was being challenged by ignorance.
If I bit off more than I could chew, then it ends up being a failure point. I've really screwed up the ability to help people.
Hi, and thank you so much for having me. My name's Addie Cini, and that was an awesome introduction, so I don't have to go through any of that. But essentially, you know, the beginning. Oops.
That's your mom.
That's my mom, yeah. She's always trying to talk over me.
Yeah, so today, honestly, I just want to share as much as I can in as short of time as I can to be as helpful as I can. That's kind of the goal. So we specialize in aging in place technology, which we kind of got all of this information because I was raised in a 4-generational household. So in high school, we all moved in together. Thank you. We all moved in together, which was my great grandma with Alzheimer's, my mom, my dad, my grandma and my grandpa, my great grandma, and my brother and myself. So there were 7 of us total. And essentially my mom took that opportunity to say, okay, how can I utilize all this stuff that I learned in my industry, or all this tech that I can't use in my industry because it's not maybe viable for senior living facilities, and how can we try it in the home and kind of use my grandparents and great grandparents as guinea pigs and figure out what works and what doesn't work. Obviously we did it with their permission, but yeah, so that's kind of the story. I'm going to start off with a good question. Raise your hand if you're aging. Everybody? Okay, good. So we all can relate to the topic. And actually, little fun fact, 10,000 baby boomers turn 65 every day. And what I wanted to talk about in general is just, creative solutions to make your home serve you through every stage of your life, using this aging in place technology to increase your freedom and independence. And, as we age, we have different needs, and how can we make our homes fit those different needs? So a little bit about, who we are. I was telling you about my mom. She is an entrepreneur and interior designer. She specializes in senior living facilities. She's owned her company for 25 years. And yeah, so she wrote 3 books about aging in place technology, and utilize my family as this kind of epicenter for how do we fix problems that a lot of people have. And then you already, know about me. He gave a great introduction, so I don't need to go into that, but this is my family. And these are the books. But so essentially, she conducted this experiment, and she wrote the book Hive about my family, which is about 4 generations, how to design your home so that it caters to people with Alzheimer's, so it caters to high schoolers all in the same space. And then she wrote Boom later on, which is specific to baby boomers, which has really specific details on all of the aging in place technology that you can utilize. But after this, she realized that not everybody can just buy it and try it. So she created Warner House, which is the first aging in place technology showcase and Airbnb. So our mission is to educate and to incorporate aging in place technology into people's homes. And but we do that through people coming and staying with us, and people come to stay with us, for guys football weekend all the way up to wedding things. It's really not limited, but all of the spaces are designed with seniors in mind. And yeah, so I'm just going to dive right into a bunch of the technology we have, so it's the most useful for you guys. So this is our tech kitchen, or cutting edge kitchen, that has all different kinds of technology. It looks pretty cool, I personally think, but we have a lot of smart things in this kitchen. So for instance, we have a smart fridge, which is a Samsung smart fridge, which actually on an app on your phone, let's say you go to the grocery store, you forget, your grocery list at home, and you forgot what you have in the fridge. Well, with this fridge, you can actually look inside your fridge. There's cameras inside there, and you can check what's inside of it. And then we also have, this is the really amazing stuff that we have in the house, which is press-lit, height adjustable items. So these cabinets actually come down to you. So it's not only for people that are possibly in wheelchairs, if you have a shoulder injury, maybe you have a temporary disability or something like that, but also, for me, who's very short and I've never used the top shelf in any cabinet ever. And then we also have height adjustable countertop, which you can see in this middle portion right here, that one. Yeah, and essentially, so the whole idea about everything is how can you shape your environment so that it's supporting you, and using these technologies as a preventative medicine instead of, oh God, I, broke my leg and now I can't get into my bathroom. I can't, get into my tub. I can't do all these things. But if we incorporate these things into our homes earlier, then we can save a lot of heartache. And also another prime reason why my mom did all of this was also to lessen the burden on caregivers. So my grandma was the primary caregiver for my great grandma. And she, you know, had a lot of hard times with certain things like bathrooms and, you know, showers and all these different things that are a little bit more intimate. And how can we shape the house so that great grandma can take care of herself as much as she can, instead of that burden being placed onto my grandma. So another couple of other cool things are the pot filler. This is nothing, you know, specific, no specific brand, but it sometimes can be difficult to carry a big, huge pot of water over to the stove. And so these are options for that you can put into your own home so that it makes it a little bit easier for you to cook. And then in our library, we have specified furniture. It's all done by Samuelson, which you can't tell, but all the furniture is actually designed for seniors. It's all the correct height and the correct density, but it still looks luxurious. And on the back here of this last chair, you can actually see it's a patented catch. So it's a holder for your walker or for your cane. So it's literally designed so that it holds a walker, which is great. So it can be out of the way. It's still sleek and beautiful. And then also the carpet there is a zero trim carpet. So normal carpets, when they come to the edge, they're flat like this, which makes it a lot harder. Your toe can hit that, right? And it can make you trip. This carpet is shaved down at the edge so that when it meets the floor, it's much smaller of a lip. So you have a less likelihood of tripping on it, which is pretty cool. And then bathroom and, you know, technology in the bathroom is a huge thing for us as well. 80% of the falls happen in the bathroom. A lot of people think that it's in the stairs or things like that, but we actually encourage stairs because it's good for your mobility. It's good for your blood, for pumping your blood and circulation. It's also good for balance. But one of the things that that can be risky is going to the bathroom, and especially going to the bathroom at night and things like that. So how can we minimize risk in those areas? And so we really encourage things like, I think I've got a laser on here. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. So our number one thing is the bidet. So the story of this is that when I was 9 years old, actually, I can flip back to the picture. My whole family went to Japan, and we went with my 87-year-old grandma. And we were surprised to find that in every public restroom, in every place, there were bidets. And, you know, my grandpa, the first time he used it, he was saying, it's like there's a tornado going up my feet, you know? But we were astounded by this, and we grew accustomed to it. So we actually, my dad was begging my mom for one of these. Weird Christmas gift, ended up going to the neighbors. That was an awkward interaction. Sorry, can I have my toilet seat back? Yeah, a little bit weird, but my dad grew to love it, and we put it into the house, and all of my friends are going to my mom's bathroom to try it. And really what it did is then we put them, when we all moved in together, we put them in every bathroom, and we tried all different kinds of brands. So our favorites are Toto and Brondell, but you can get them as low as like 180 bucks. But they wash your butt, they dry your butt. And the real benefit of it is that it just increases dignity, right? My mom is a very loving person, but she was like, her biggest nightmare was like having to wipe her mom's butt. She's like, that is not my love language. Like, I am not trying to do that. So how can I, also it's embarrassing for everybody, you know, like you might have a mobility issue with your shoulder and you're completely functioning, but you can't really go to the bathroom that easily. So the bidet is a solution to that problem. And later on, we thought maybe my great grandma wouldn't really understand it. But to her, it was actually really commonplace. She was like, oh, it's like a Spitz. Like they have these. These are things that I have experienced through my life. And what the most meaningful thing that she said about it was that that she didn't feel like a burden to my grandma, which was, you know, it really chokes up my mom every time she tells that story, because that's really a lot of the hard things about caring for the ones that you love, or it could be your husband, it could be whoever, that they feel like a burden. And so if you can implement anything in your life that can lessen that on both sides and preserve dignity, she knows how to push the button. She's very, also because a lot of them are Japanese, it's like just very picture oriented. So there's not a lot of explanation, which is pretty great. So those are, the bidet is a really, really great tool that you can use. Other things, this is just an example of a couple of the bedrooms that we have. This one on the left actually has sense floor underneath it, which is that flooring you saw in the video, that if someone falls, it will actually detect that and it'll call 911 or call a loved one. And you can tell that, you can't tell that it's under there. It's very seamless with your house and the design. A cheaper version of that is just the Apple Watch. It has a safety measure where you can set it up so that if you fall, it'll call your emergency contact, or it can call 911. And if you, it'll say like, are you okay? And if it isn't accurate all the time, but if you say, oh, you're okay, it won't call. So that's a cheaper version of that. But back to the bathroom. So another really great thing that we have is grab accessories. So we like to optimize things in your home, like one thing that does two things. So we have toilet paper holders and towel racks that are actually also grab bars. They can hold up to 300 pounds. They're sleek in design, and it can be really helpful, especially like on the side of the toilet or above the toilet. A lot of men laying on the toilet to go to the bathroom, and so this is a useful tool as well. And then on the left hand side, it's a little bit hard to see. Those are Jack Low grab bars that are in the shower, and what's cool about those is that, one, they're not on the side, so they're not kind of like obnoxious and in the way, but they're actually can be safer because you can grab the bar right in front of you and you can feel up, to the head of the shower, and you can wash yourself and you can put it back. And so it keeps you more central instead of if you're trying to grab over here and then you're trying to hold on to the shower head with the other hand, you can feel a little bit less steady. And then the last thing that we have in here that's a little bit hard to see, but right there, we actually put the faucet on and the control for the water on this side, so that if you are a caregiver or if you have to care for someone at some point, you can control the exact temperature. So it'll tell you the exact temperature so you don't risk burning someone. And also you don't have to lean in and get wet while you're trying to turn on or change it for whoever. And then other elements in the bathroom. So lighting is really huge. This is a great example of how to do a night light that's super tasteful. So that's actually backlit quartz. All it is like a quartz countertop, which Cambria Quartz is one of our vendor collaborators. And then it just has LEDs under. So it's really not hard for a contractor to do, but it's a really beautiful way so that you can minimize,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Question. And we are running short.
Running short. Yeah, I'll go.
Do you guys offer tours?
Yeah, we offer tech tours. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd love for everybody to come and see it yourself so you can, the house is massive and it's totally beautiful. My mom is really good at her job. And so it's hard to conceptualize. I just try to put a lot of the tech so that I can help you guys as much as I can. This is our Assisto bathtub. So this is a senior-friendly and accessible bathtub. Basically, this door comes down, and then you can slide into it, and then you pull the door back up. And normal ones like this take 5 to 7 minutes to drain. This one takes only 3 seconds to drain. Yeah, so you've had this nice, lovely bath, and you sit there shivering for 5 to 7 minutes. You're like, oh, that's great. Versus this, you can actually get out when you want to get out, which is pretty cool. And there's that bidet again. This is more advanced stuff, but this is just stuff we have at the Warner House that we encourage people for their health to do. So we have a personal sauna, which is really good for your circulation and your blood flow. We have a hot and cold plunge, which was developed by a doctor in the late 1870s, that he found that he could cure tuberculosis patients with making them walk through really cold creeks and then putting them in hot water. And later on, science found out that it actually activates your immune system, like it kind of shocks your system and makes your immune system work. And then we also have things like Lifetime Vibe and Smart Fit. These are other specified senior technologies for working out. So to increase your mobility and your muscle density and your bone density and all that kind of stuff. And then some just quick hit tips, cool stuff. This is called Fire Alert. Basically that if your oven is left on for too long, or if you have a loved one that you're worried about them leaving the oven on, you can plug the oven into it and then plug it into the wall, and it'll shut the oven off, and it'll also do an alert if they feel like it's been running too long or there's some kind of gas or whatever. Some connection items is the loop in the second part, which we have for our family. It's just a little picture frame that anyone in your family can upload photos. So if you want to keep people in your life kind of connected without, you know, especially if your grandkids, like, you know, calling grandma all the time or calling whatever, it seems like pulling teeth. I'm trying to call everybody all the time, so I don't get that. But these are ways that people can connect and interact in like a simple way. Yeah, that you don't have to have an app or anything like that. And finally, we have the human charger, which is a light therapy device. It's really great for sundowners. It's really great for your circadian rhythm in general. They developed it for athletes when they had jet lag. So essentially what it does is that, so you're a caveman and the light shines on you in the morning, and that's what tells you to get up and to go work and that it's time to eat and everything like that. This replicates that exact light, so that you can actually control if for instance, great grandma would be up all night and then she'd be sleeping during the day. So what we did was we put these headphones on her for 20 minutes in the morning, and that would reset her system and tell her, no, this is the time to be awake. And yeah, and those are just really quick hits of all different kinds of tech that we have. And we're always learning and we're always trying new stuff out. And yeah, and then if you want to contact me, you can just scan that and it'll have my contact. I can also just tell you my email and my phone number as well. So yeah.
Thank you, Addie.
Yeah.
This was cool. Can you stick around?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Very neat. All right, folks, I'm sorry we're running overtime majorly, but we'll get you out of here ASAP. So Charlie, how much was in the raffle? $28. Yeah. What's the number? Chop, chop.
Last score, 9659.
9659. Court for $28.
Okay. While I'm walking back there.
There's no need, just have somebody pull a ticket. Let's go.
There's a 154 in the big five.
154 in the ace of spades.
9598.
9598. Tim, come on up. Six of hearts. No good.
No good.
Thanks for playing. All right, then, folks, I guess as is tradition, if you join me in the recitation of the four-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, second, third,
goodwill and better friendships.
and fourth.
Will be beneficial to all concerned.
Thank you, everybody. Again, I apologize we ran over a little bit. Please remember to turn your cell phones on, put your badges back in the box, and have a great rest of your week. We are adjourned.